Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Now, if you've been following me for a while now, I know you may probably be like, what happened? Did you fall off the face of the earth or what? And to answer your question, no, I did not. I took an accidental super long break. So short story, what happened was I was creating content consistently for this channel, and then early 2025, I decided to just take a few weeks off just to give myself a break. A few weeks turned into a month turned into a couple months, and 6 months later, here we are again. But nevertheless, I am super excited to be back and sharing more content with you all about all things early childhood, child development, occupational therapy, early intervention, and all the things. So if you are a parent, if you are another therapist, another OT, speech therapist, another caregiver, a teacher, daycare provider, whoever you are, if you are involved in the lives of little ones, this is the channel for you. So what I wanted to talk about today were three very, very important things that I did learn while I was on this accidental break of mine. So the first thing that I wanted to share with you that I learned over this long break was parents don't really care how much you know until they know how much you care. And so this first tip is really for all of my therapists, all of my teachers, all of my daycare providers. If you are in charge of being around another child, taking care of another child, providing therapy for a child. And let's say you do have recommendations and you have strategies and you have all of these things that you want to let the parents know about to help their child. The first thing you need to remember is the parents do not really care that much about this long, extensive list of recommendations and strategies until or unless they know that you truly are invested in their child. So what I mean by that is if you are constantly just bombarding the parents with negativity about what their child is not doing or what their child is not able to say or what their child is not yet doing comparing to other kids, if that is the only thing that you're constantly feeding these parents, 9 times out of 10, anything that you say after that, they're gonna block it out, no matter if that recommendation is going to truly help their child. Because truly, you and I, we really truly only take advice from people that we actually trust, right? And people that we know have our good intentions in heart. So if you really truly want these parents to carry over your recommendations, to carry over your strategies, show them that you actually do care and are invested in their child. So that's just something I wanted to share to all of my providers out there. Next time you go in and you have this full list of strategies and recommendations, take a step back and think about wait a minute, do I actually truly have a connection with this child? Do I actually truly have a relationship with this family, a good rapport with this family, before I just dive in and give them strategies to do? The second thing that I learned while I was on this break of mine is helpful for both parents and therapists and caregivers. The second thing that I learned is that isolation can keep you stuck. Now, when it comes to, let's start with the parents, right? If you're a parent out there and you're just feeling super overwhelmed, you're feeling like you have no idea what to do, you're feeling like I'm in this by myself, you're feeling like my child is the only one who does this, my child is the only one who acts that way. If you are in this isolated little box of yours, that is going to keep you stuck. You definitely need to be the one to reach out and try to find more resources. If your child is between 0 to 3 years old, maybe see if they can qualify for early intervention services, or maybe just get around other moms who may be dealing with the same things that you are dealing with, or other dads that are dealing with the same thing that you may be dealing with. So that may look like finding a support group in your community, even sometimes going online and finding like-minded people who have actually already kind of been through your shoes or are currently walking through your shoes, just to let you know that, you know what, you are not alone and there are other people out there. That is going to help you get over this feeling of just being completely stuck and not knowing what to do. And for my therapists out there, if you are feeling super isolated, that is also keeping you stuck. That's exactly why for those OTs who are in early intervention, I did create a coaching program exclusively for you all, because I know the feeling of being super isolated in such an isolating type of setting, which is early intervention. So my advice to you is, if you are a therapist, make sure you're building connections and relationships with other therapists and other professionals, because they are going to help you validate the things that you're seeing, or validate strategies, or validate interventions and activity ideas, and all the things that are going to be used to help you become a better therapist. Really just connecting with others really just lets you know that you're not in this alone. And the third thing that I learned while I was on this break of mine is that connection is way better than perfection. And so this message is to a lot of my therapists out there who think that you have to be perfect and you have to show up and have the perfect session and have the perfect toy. And even for my parents out there too, who feel like you have to buy all the fancy toys and you have to be this perfect parent. When in reality, what truly matters is that connection that you have with that child. Because if you don't have a connection, none of those other things even matter anyway. So my number one tip, whether you're a parent or whether you're a therapist or a teacher or whoever you are, make sure your primary goal is to build a good rapport, build a good relationship and connection with that child. Start there, and then everything else is going to follow after and be way more successful once you can actually tap in and build a positive relationship with that family and make a great connection. So those are the three things that I wanted to share with you that I personally learned while I was on my little sabbatical, I guess you could call it. But let me know in the comments below if any of these tips have helped you, and also let me know what new ideas or what new video concept or things do you want to learn about. Like I said, I've been gone for a little bit of time, but now I'm back. So I truly want to hear from you, and I truly want to hear what topics you would like to learn more about when it comes to child development and early childhood. So leave your comments below, and make sure you subscribe and support this channel so that we can continue to grow together, and so that I can continue to show up and provide you with free education to help you and your little one. Until next time, bye.